Gemini, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I am definitely going to give you one card from the Denise Lynn Oracle card, one from the Archangel Michael. Do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started on your reading, see what's going on. Also wanted to let you know, if you guys resonate with any of my readings, please subscribe. I need everyone to subscribe. I appreciate it if you do. Only because I'm trying to reach that 1K, and once I reach that 1,000, I'm able to do more on the channel. So if you can, don't forget to share, like, or subscribe, okay? Because it pops up my reading to people that haven't seen it. All right, so let's get started. Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. One card for Gemini for their highest good. Wow. So it says, wondrous universe, walk into beauty. Yes, definitely. You know, the universe has your back. They're always watching over you. You know, our Father, our Lord, you know, he is part of the universe also. But more, you know, just believe that, you know, that everything will fall into place for you, okay? That everything is going to fall into place for you, that, you know, things are not going to be, you know, not good. They're going to be good, and everything's going to fall into place, okay? So just remember that. Then you have the Archangel Michael. Card from Archangel Michael for their highest good. Oh, and it says, the way forward is opened. Wow. You are not trapped. Possibilities, opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. Wow, that's nice. So, you know, you may have had a hard, you know, start, or, you know, you may be going through a lot of things. You know, we all are. But, you know, and the world seems really messy right now. But, you know, just know that Archangel has your back. He's bringing the opportunities. He's bringing the possibilities around you. Because remember, if you believe, there's possibilities and opportunities there. Wow, nice. All right. So let's do this. Gemini, take what resonates with you. Spirit, this is going to be for Gemini for their highest good. Whew. All right, let's do this, Gemini. One card for the current. One for the situation. One for the, oh, okay, the past or now. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and the, oh, okay, hopes and the fears. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow, okay. Wow. So I feel like you're still waiting on something. I feel like you need to have patience and really look at things in a different perspective. You know, because I feel like you're not really looking at everything the way you should be. I feel like you just need to look at things differently right now. And I feel like you're still worried about everything that's going on in your life, and maybe around the world, or your family, or your children. Definitely something is here about you being in your mind. You really want a lot of, you know, you want different things. I feel like there's a lot of different things that you want here also. So you do have the Knight of Wands here for the Knight of Wands for the current. I feel like, you know, with the Knight of Wands, I feel like, you know, things are moving fast for you, moving forward, which is good. But we'll see why it's here. You have the Page of Swords here for the situation, and the Page of Swords is talking about, you know, not really jumping to conclusions, you know, expressing yourself more clearly. You know, seeing the truth in things also, you know, trying not to jump into everything all at once, and, you know, maybe needing to be more serious about everything that's going on. or you are being very serious right now. Then you have the Nine of Swords. We'll see why it's here. You have the Nine of Swords here for the past or now. The Nine of Swords is definitely asking you to not give up on anything, to keep pushing forward no matter what. You know, don't give up on life. Don't give up on opportunities. Just keep going forward. And then you have the Page of Cups up here for the what's hidden. The Page of Cups is definitely talking about, you know, trust what you're feeling. You know, I feel like you need to really trust what you're feeling. I feel like you need to pay attention to how you're feeling also. Maybe you need to try new things. You know, maybe you need to put your ideas out there, like what it is that you want to do. You know, maybe you have some kind of passion that you want to create something. Maybe you're passionate about something that you want to do. You know, maybe you have ideas. You know, it's time to put them out there. And then you have the the Eight of Pentacles here. You know, you've been working very hard, Gemini. We'll see why it's here. You have the Five of Cups, or maybe you need to work harder. You have the Five of Cups for what you need to work on, and you're still holding on to this disappointment, this, you know, the regret, the disappointment about everything that has happened. You know, you're still holding on to that, everything that's been going on. You know, that you're not really seeing a lot of things that are around you also because of that. And then for the outcome, you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is talking about you know, very emotional. You know, been very emotional. There's been a lot of pain within you. You know, your feelings. You've been feeling a lot. There could have been something very sad, very emotional here going on. Well, we'll see exactly why. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's see what's going on, Gemini. Take what resonates with you, Gemini, and leave the rest. This is for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Hold on, you guys. Let me just check my phone. Okay. One more card. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So you start off with the Knight of Wands. You know, things are moving very fast for you. You know, you're very strong-willed. They're asking you to really slow down on things, okay? Because I feel like you're not really as focused as you should be. You do have the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords always shows up, and he's always bold. He's always speaking his truth. He knows what he needs to do. But when you're moving very fast within things, you know, you're not really thinking, you're not really focusing. And they're asking you to really focus on the good things instead of the bad things also. Try to focus on what's around you and appreciate what's going on around you. You know, may not be something you want, but you could still be appreciative on everything that's going on. Really focus, though. Start focusing on everything that's going on, okay? It needs to be more focused. You have the Sun card here, and the Sun card is definitely talking about you, the sun shining on you, you know. Let the sun in, you know, see the light in everything, and, you know, think positive in everything also. You know, they don't want you to think negative or, you know, be sad or disappointed. They want you to be happy. They want you to know that, you know, there's good things out there. There's good things around you. There's good things within you. So really know that the sun is definitely shining on you, because this is like the best tarot card in the deck. So you got it. So this is what's happening. You know, you're feeling good. Things are moving along. It's very nice. You do have the Page of Swords here. Oh, why is the Page of Swords here for Gemini? All right. So, yeah, so like I said, you know, the Page of Swords is talking about, you know, not jumping into things, you know, not jumping into conclusions also, I feel. I feel like you need to really express yourself more clearly and less harshly, you know, like really be careful on how you're communicating and how you're speaking to people. You know, try not to be mean, not to be harsh, you know, with your words. Really look at that. I feel like you need to see the truth and speak your truth about things. Like really see the truth about everything and do your research before you start speaking out about anything. If you didn't see it come out of that person's mouth, then it probably isn't true. Okay. Try not to be gossiping either, because that's what they're saying is that there's a lot of gossip around you and you need to not pay attention to it. Okay. Really be careful on how you're doing things. I do feel like there is going to be unexpected messages. I feel like you need to be more, like they're saying that for some of you, you need to be more serious about what's going on in your life, you know, seeing the truth and focusing about everything. Because I don't know why, but I keep getting like, it's just not affecting you, but it's affecting somebody else around you also. So maybe you need to be serious or maybe really communicate better with people. You do have the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is talking about speaking your truth. You know, really speak your truth about everything that's going on. See the truth, speak the truth. You know, put your ideas out there because I feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas. I feel like you're wanting to put them out there, but you just don't. And I feel like you just need to trust yourself. With the Nine of Pentacles here also, with the Nine of Pentacles here, I also feel like you do need to really trust yourself and work on yourself with everything that's going on. You're very independent. You do know how to do a lot of things, you know, but you need to live in the moment and focus on what it is that you want to do. You know, like put your energy into something that's going to make you happy instead of listening and gossiping to other people or listening to gossip, you know, or people around you that are negative. You know, put your energy into something that is going to be happy for you. I feel like you're trying to find your confidence to do the things that you want to do by yourself. I feel like you need to be more flexible and more focused also. Try to focus on everything that's going on around you because for some reason you have the Five of Cups here and I feel like you're not really paying attention to things. You know, there could be somebody around you that is feeling down and maybe you need to start paying attention, you know, and that's what they're trying to tell you is that try to focus on something like that. Also to, you know, focus on yourself also, like really, you know how to do everything. You know how to do a lot of things, but you also need to make yourself happy too. You know, do something that's going to make you happy. There is definitely a lot of opportunities around you, but you need to pay attention. You have the Nine of Wands here for the for the past or now, and I do feel like it's now. I feel like you like not to give up on anything, just to keep pushing forward. That things are going to get better. You know, it may not be something that you want, but it's still going to get better. There has been good times, there has been good days, so you need to keep pushing forward and not give up on anything. You have the Page of Cups here for what's hidden. Why is the Page of Cups here? Wow, that's crazy. I'm going to show you something, Gemini, okay? Because this is a clarification of what they're saying, okay? Right here, here, it says, you know, the Page of Cups is in one tarot deck. This is one completely different tarot deck, which is right here. This is another one, which is right here, right? There's two cards in the same deck, same place, okay? And this is something that they're trying to tell you. You know, really have compassion and forgiveness for everything. Really trust your intuition on things, you know. Really see the truth about everything. You know, you're not seeing the truth in things. And I feel like you need to pay attention, you know, to your feelings. I feel like you need to put your passions out there. I feel like you need to have forgiveness and have forgiveness and compassion for everything that's going on in your life, especially yourself. And I feel like you just need to see the truth. Really see the truth in everything that's going on. You know, even though it hurts us, you know, you still need to see it, okay? Because it is what it is. And they're asking you, like, don't gossip, don't jump to conclusions, you know, right away. You know, take your time with things, like really listen, really try not to be harsh with things, you know, but really have that forgiveness for yourself, that compassion for yourself, you know. And and it's not like you did anything wrong, but sometimes you could be very harsh on yourself. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do this? And that's what they're saying. Okay. Really trust your intuition also. Really trust your intuition and put your passions out there. Whatever it is that you want to create, your dreams, be persistent and put them out there. And pay attention to your dreams. There's some intuitive messages there. You have the King of Pentacles down here for the hopes and fears. One more card. Wow. All right. So, you've been trying really hard to, you want that material success. You want that stability. You want that strong foundation. You want to create something strong that you're not gonna, you have to worry about anything anymore. You want that abundance to come in. And I feel like, you got to shift your mindset with everything, because you work hard for everything that you're doing, and it will come in. But like, if you're continuously thinking about it, like, oh, I need this to come in. Like, I'm not going to care about nothing else, but I want this material success. That's not the way you need to go about it. Okay. Because you're very tired. You're very tired. You need to follow your heart on things, and there you need to trust your intuition, but you're also very strong-willed, and you know how to do things, you know how to be independent, you know how to create something, but going about this like material success, the way you just, that's all you want, you need to let that go. Like, think of other things, think of how you're feeling, think of everybody else that's around you, think of what's going on in your life, because it's like they're saying, this isn't what you need. What you need is this other compassion and forgiveness that's going on. This, to look at your feelings, to let your feelings go, to deal with everything that's been happening, is what they're saying. Wow. Really take the time to rest, okay? Because you've done everything that you could. It's time to live life, to enjoy life, to keep going forward, to to just let all these other opportunities come in. Wow, that's a lot. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles here. And why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Wow, nice. So you've been working very hard, and this is going to pay off. All this has been going, is going to pay off. You may want a lot of material success, but it's going to come in. Just have patience for it, okay? You want that stability, you want that strong foundation. You've been working hard for it, and it's going to show up, okay? Because you are going to be happy. But you need to just, really try to let go of all these old feelings that you have, the disappointment. You got to let that go. Really got to let that go, okay? Because there is happiness here. There is success here for you. But it's like you just got to think positive in everything and believe that everything is going to fall into place for you. You have the Five of Cups here. And why is the Five of Cups here? One more card. Wow. So with the Five of Cups, you do have here, you are still looking at what has happened before. You are still looking at everything, the disappointment, the people that have left, the things that have gone on in your life. You feel like you've been abandoned. You feel like, it's just like, wow, I'm I have all this regret. I have all this disappointment. I feel down, and that's what it shows here, that you're still holding on to it. You're holding on tightly to it. And it's like I said, nothing's going to move forward until you let go of that. And that's something that you need to work on. To really try your best to let go of the past, okay? Really try your best to go with the changes that are coming in. Even if it's hard, just do it slowly. Keep going forward. Because at times, there are times that you do become defensive. There are times that you feel like, you have to defend yourself all the time. And because of this thing that you keep on with, the disappointment, the letdown, you still have that in you. And once you keep continuing to carry that on with you, it's going to keep going. But you need to try your best to let that go, okay? Really try to let that go. And try not to be so defensive with everyone, because not everyone is the same. Not everyone did what you went through. Okay, everybody has a different story to tell. And then you have the Three of Swords for the outcome. And why is the Three of Swords here? One more card. Wow. Okay. So there is going to be decisions that you're going to make, even if it's been very hurtful or hard. You're going to make some kind of decision. Okay, so just know your emotions are going to be very high. Know that. Take off that blindfold and see things for what they are. You know, try to do things slowly. I do feel like you're going to move forward, though, from a lot of these things, you know, because you do have the Justice card here. You know, see the truth in everything, you guys. Don't be fooled by, you know, the things that are going on. I also feel like there could be somebody coming back to tell you something, and they're going to want to, you know, wiggle themselves in. But they're asking you to really see the truth in it. Like, is this person really have they really changed? Is the person that hurt you really have changed and done better? You know, really be careful on how you're seeing things and doing things, okay? Because there is decisions that are going to be coming through. And I also feel like there could be somebody coming from the past, you know, and to start it all over again. So you got to be careful on what you're doing and how you're rushing into things. All right, so Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.